As the first humans to ever venture out this far into the frontier.
Too fast! Extensive quickside damage.
Get out!
I thought we were both goners.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. I'm Operation DX, and welcome to episode 28 of my Planet Explorers version 0.72 Let's Play. During the previous episode, we continued to work on our colony, and then towards the end, we headed back to Earth Camp to check on the crops to try to finish the quest, but unfortunately the crops had not finished growing yet. We even tried to sleep for a little bit of time and they're still not done. Pretty much brought them to their second phase of growth, which allows us to apply the insecticide. And unfortunately, we ran out of water while we were trying to water the plants during the second phase. And just to make sure that this quest completes, I'm pretty sure that we don't have to water the plants again. We could leave them technically in the state they currently are in, and they should grow. But to just kind of assure that that's going to happen, I'm going to land my craft back at the spot where we got the water in the first place. And we're going to collect a little more water. Unfortunately, that's going to add a little downtime to this episode. I'm sorry, but the plan is to hopefully get back to the colony and continue doing some building. I would, during this episode, like to get the enhancement module installed into my colony. So we need to build that and then make a place for it, install it. So that is kind of my primary goal for this one. So this episode may actually run a little bit longer than the standard episode I've been running in this Planet Explorers. Probably about 20 minutes. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Little bit of deja vu here. We've been here around this same kind of time of day. And I was like, hey, what's up, Raul? Yeah? Alright, cool. Yeah. Almost identical. Deja vu, deja vu. Alright. Back to using the pitcher, getting 2 water per scoop, doing a lot of squats, making my guy tired. I even said that too. Like a broken record, I am repeating myself. But I kind of did that intentionally. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't. I'm actually not sure why I'm actually spending all this time on this quest, as it is kind of a side quest, and I don't think it actually gives us any rewards, which, yeah, that makes it even less of why am I doing this kind of thing. Just for completion's sake, though, I guess, to do that. I'm pretty sure that the main quest stuff is not really affected by this side quest. We already got all the fertilizer stuff from her, so I don't know. Other than her having her shop that we can buy plants and other things to put ingredients together to make some dishes that give us more stamina and stuff, there's not really much more relevance, I guess, to that. Now that we're using our air vehicle as kind of our main source of travel to get around quickly, and it is an absolute beautiful thing, you may notice that the power cell on the vehicle is slowly draining down, and at some point that may become a problem. Now, you can recharge the fuel cells on this thing by putting it into the coal power station, and that will charge it up. And it doesn't really cost anything to charge it. Essentially, it just costs the coal that it costs to operate the fuel plant or the power plant in the first place. You cannot stick it in the solar array charging thing where you stick your batteries and stuff, even though, like I said earlier, it would be really nice if you could build that thing and the repair things so you could have it in your colony. But it's kind of nice because you can't just put this vehicle in those things and repair it. There is actually a powered repair station that you can put your vehicle into and repair any damage, and yes, they can take damage. The air vehicles in particular can be pretty fragile if you slam them down or run them into anything. I'm sure at some point I'm going to foul up and damage this thing, and we'll have an excuse to actually build the repair station. Alright, I think that is enough water. My goodness, I'm kind of sick of doing that here, and I'm still kind of sad about Rawl bugging out there after the lockup, and I think that the rest of this Let's Play is doomed as far as her actually getting back into the seat. I was actually really happy during this Let's Play to see her actually climb aboard this craft and sit in the seat, because she was not even doing that during my other 2 playthroughs that I was playing through this game. She would not get in that seat, and I was like, oh, but when I saw it in the Let's Play, I was like, yes, awesome. Oh, well, that was short-lived. After our lockup, whatever happened, just kind of bugged it out, and it didn't work out. But during the last playthrough that I did of the game, though, that I did experience a lot of bugs through some of the parts, and it really helped me streamline this Let's Play, playing through it for the 3rd time. Just I knew that parts of the game would be really finicky and bug out, and like even in the comments you guys have told me some of these things, or you want to see how I handle it because the game was bugging out and stuff. So yeah, just kind of learned by just experience and doing things in the game. Okay, so time to land down here and just finish watering all the plants. I think I gathered enough water there. I don't know how many more plants I'm going to do at the colony here before this Let's Play wraps up. I do want to kind of show all the systems in the colony, but there's not a ton more story to this version of the Let's Play, and I'm still not sure if I'm actually going to play all the way up to the point in 0.75 and then continue the story, or if I'm just going to end the Let's Play from when this the story ends in this version of the game, because there is large portions of the game that are blocked off in this version of the game. There are areas of the map that you cannot even fly to because it's kind of got this invisible barrier and we can't explore stuff. There are some interesting things on the map that we can check out. There's some native camps and stuff. Maybe I'll check that out before the end of the Let's Play just to kind of show that off. But there's no really story connecting to it at this time. But there are some cool like little things there, like interesting looking structures, and there's like this thing in the middle that's all lit up, and it's totally cool. And then there's like guard towers with the natives kind of sitting there, and they shoot at you if you get too close and stuff. Okay, so that should solidify that mission. It should complete no matter what. And, yeah, I don't think the rewards are anything that spectacular for completing that quest. But we are off back to the colony here. And I'm going to go ahead and try to build that enhancement station. And I think the first thing we'll use it for is we'll put our blaster in there to increase its damage capability. It also adds durability to some things. But I think this is also an aspect that is slightly bugged out in the game, because you can spend the time, you can put your tools in there, and it's supposed to increase the tools' durability and stuff. And I don't know if that's an intended feature, but maybe if you're not allowed to do that with the enhancement station, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to put those tools in the enhancement station, because it kind of gets me a little disappointed, because I put my gold tools in there to add durability, which would allow you to use them for considerably a lot longer. And then each time you enhance something, it diminishes. So, you know, if your weapon gives you like 20 damage for an enhancement, the next time around it may give you 10 damage, and then 5, and then 2, and then just maybe 1, to the point where it's not really worth it, because it does take time to enhance. It's like 10 minutes. Now, again, if I got a colonist to work that building while I was enhancing my weapon or piece of gear, it would go a lot faster. It would probably knock about 3 or 4 minutes off of the total time to do the enhancement. But at this time, it's 10 minutes to do the enhancement, and that's pretty much how it works. So there's just like kind of a timer you have to wait out while you're doing that. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. I love the building. I love the fact that you can do this. So now we're creeping up on the camp's location. You kind of can see where the garden is before the blocks and stuff all load in. I would think that the first thing you probably should see is the shield, but it's okay. Well, it looks like our plants are already they're growing there, so it's good, it's good, it's good. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and try to build the enhancement station. And I should have everything I need, minus, of course, the 500 megahertz processors, because I've actually been building a lot of those. I wonder if I have enough plastic to make enough of these. I don't think I do, so I'm going to have to go unfortunately, and fly over to another one of the archway trees to get enough plastic to make another 500 megahertz. But fortunately, we don't need a ton of plastic because we're not building lights and stuff. We're just building one 500 megahertz processor, so we should only have to cut down one archway tree. That'll make things easier. Now you can see here too, like I don't know if these bigger archway trees should probably almost give you a lot more wood than those smaller archway trees. Oh, hey there, buddy. Yeah, of course you're going to interfere with my business here, and I'm going to have to take you down. Wow, there's a lot of creatures kind of floating around here right now. I just noticed a red corona. I wonder if I'm going to aggro him. Okay. I was kind of thinking about putting away my vehicle. Instead, I always do that get on instead of get command. It's alright, I'll just leave it out. But my vehicle may take some damage because we have some creatures. I hear some creatures rolling up on me right now. Maybe not. I don't know. Alright, let's just get this guy done. I don't know if I'm going to do maybe another tree, just get some more resin, but as you can clearly see, and once you get to the colony part, building plastic is super, super important. So if you guys are... Uh-oh, I see some... oh, red corona. Hello. Wow, getting a lot of interference here while I'm trying to cut down this archway tree. But that was nice. It gave me 21 resin, so that's going to give me a lot of plastic. But again, look, we have this blaster, and it's so awesome. And the blaster is actually about to become even more awesome when we put it in the enhancement module. And that's another one of the really nice things. So it's just so cool. So you can, like, you know, build your own gun, and then you really like it, maybe make it a little powerful than the standard guns, and then you can stick it inside the enhancement module and make it even more powerful. And I love that. But right now, the laser blaster doesn't have really any parts that you can make a custom laser blaster, because I would essentially make like a double laser blaster, and maybe instead of 10 power, it would draw 20 power, but do more damage. That would be pretty awesome. And then you'd stick that in the enhancement module and make it like do uber like 400 damage or something. It would be out of control. Actually, that would probably be slightly OP unless they start adding some monsters that are just insane to take down. But there are some tough creatures we haven't encountered yet, and I definitely want to fit that in before the end of the Let's Play. So we'll be seeing that as soon as I get a large portion of the colony stuff built here. So let's head on back to the colony and see if I can build something interesting to make this thing look like it fits in. And looks like I aggroed a creature here, and wow, I'm losing control. I'm not paying attention. I'm not watching where I'm going. And oh god, look what I just did. So I just hung my freaking flying vehicle up on the tree. Meanwhile, the creature's freaking attacking my flying vehicle, and my flying vehicle just fell down off the tree. Now, you remember this guy, right? This guy is a no-joke beastly creature, but now that we have a little more efficient armor and more powerful weapons, this guy's less of a problem. But man, he's just really stomping on my air vehicle. So we're really going to want to build that repair unit now. So now we definitely have an excuse to build the repair unit and put our ship in there, because let's just see how much damage. Holy crap. Look how much damage this thing... It almost did 50% damage to this thing. This thing is almost freaking dead. That's ridiculous. But you can see, like, the power reserves are actually pretty high. We could fly this thing for quite a long time before it needs a recharge. But just for an example, we may recharge it when we repair it. Alright, so it's time to build ourselves a spot for the enhancement module. I think I'm going to do something a little different. I like to mix things up. And again, there are more details I want to add to this colony building, but I don't know how crazy I'm going to get with it. For now, though, I think I'm going to use steel blocks, actually, to do the base for this. Just kind of give it some kind of a... more of a tech look, more interesting look than just the marble. Even though we've got a freaking crap ton of that marble, you just get it along the way. When you do like a ton of mining, you just end up with just so much marble. And actually, marble is a good thing to just sell off if you are like in desperate need of meat and you really need it for, you know, something, and you've done a little mining. It's a really good thing to sell to get some meat. Although I like to hold on to it for building and stuff, but that's just personal preference. Alright, now, we were kind of low on wood when we were building our colony, but since we've been forced to cut down a bunch of trees for plastic, building the steel is not going to be too big of a problem because you need to have iron and wood, obviously, if you remember from earlier when we were building the steel stuff. Yeah, but I'm running into the same old bug that I was running into the first time. So the game does not like when you have a low amount of these resources and you're trying to build very big areas. And this just really bothers me because I know I've got enough to build this. So this essentially could take like 2 seconds to build this. See how I'm dragging this out? It's probably not, yep, it's not going to allow me to do it. So now I gotta like build it in like lines or whatever, or smaller blocks. It's not even letting me do that area. Oh, that's terrible. Now, I probably don't have enough steel blocks to do like this entire like platform that I want to do here, but like oh man, this is terrible. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this to go quicker, but it just doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to cooperate right now with me. But I'm about to run out of steel blocks. I probably should just craft a few more, and my problem will be over. Holy cow, this is not irritating at all. Not at all! Okay, so we got that chunk done, and I'm gonna try and do as much as I can. Yeah, that's kind of pushing it there. I know. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. I keep trying to build it, but I know better. I definitely know better at this point. Nope. No. Okay, let me do that. Nope. No. One at a time, one at a time. There we go. Alright, so we got this. So my advice is to make sure you have a lot of what you're trying to build with. If you have low, like 200 or 100 units of what you're trying to build with, then you're probably going to run into a problem like I am here trying to build like big chunks. I could have actually saved a bunch of time by just building more steel blocks, what I should have done, because I do have enough. I kind of wanted to go a little sparingly, though, on my wood, because I may use my wood again later, especially if I want to use it to build a roof, and I don't want to do too much more mining to actually have to do that. But, oh, yeah, I'm almost completely out of blocks here. Alright, I have no choice. I've got to craft some more. It's just the way it's going to be. Alright, that should be enough. Just steel is so expensive. I don't know why I decided to go with steel. I think the steel blocks look cool, you know. I just want to give it some kind of like interesting look. It's just I didn't realize it was going to become such an ordeal to actually do this. I think I've got enough down here though, so I'm going to go ahead and just build a little area so that I can place down the enhancement module. This is the stuff, man. This is the stuff I really like to do. So I like to build like just little areas where it seems like these are where these things are supposed to go. And I love the mix between the modules and just building stuff. So, you know, we got this little town hall looking thing for the core, and I would like to make it a little more modern, a little more techy kind of thing, because all this stuff does look pretty techy. And then you got the power plant off to the side here, and now I'm building this little area here that looks like it's a big piece of machinery, and it's kind of where it's supposed to go, or it's meant to have that kind of thing. And then, you know, another thing, I just want to make sure it matches everything I've built so far. I dig doing this kind of stuff. Now, admittedly, like I said, I like to spend a little more time doing these kind of things than I normally do. I mean, obviously, I'm just kind of winging it here for the Let's Play, just kind of doing things real quick. And I don't know if it would be acceptable if I would just kind of sit down and tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak. Surely I would have to do some edits and, you know, either do that or cut the video up a little bit, because I can get a little excessive in my time spent doing these kind of things. But this is really something very simple. I could put like a little roof on here, something to cover it up to, you know, say protect it from weather or whatever, but it looks like a pretty beefy machine that would be able to handle like sitting outside and stuff, and it's kind of got this nice little match with the power plant. But yeah, I dig it. And see, this kind of goes back to my whole thing where I was talking about it would be cool to have that external replicator that you could only replicate certain complex machines with. I just want more stuff for the colony is what it is. And again, I mean, it would have like a practical function because it would allow you to break up some of the more complex objects and kind of lighten the load a little bit with your personal replicator. But I think it would be cool if you had to do that, and then you can only build certain advanced things only if you had a colony with a power station and people operating machines and stuff. So some of the higher tier stuff, maybe like armor and some of the vehicle parts or some of the weapon systems, could only be constructed in the colony. I think that would be pretty awesome, and it'd give you like more of an excuse to have this up and build it, because it is seemingly an integral part of the game. And just the idea of having all the colonists here and working all those machines, as I expressed in the earlier episode, where this really could become like a RTS kind of, you know, little micro game in itself outside of what we've already got. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and throw my laser blaster in there, and you can see how it's going to upgrade and what enhancements this is. I'm going to go ahead and start that up, but I'm going to wrap things up for this episode, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and take care.